And g'day, today we're having another look at these. These are the Ulanzi J12 wireless microphones. I've already done a review on them before, and they perform extremely well, apart from one little problem. They don't handle the wind. So if you're a vlogger and you're outside and you want to get nice crystal clear sound, well, you won't. And the bigger problem is you can't buy these Windsocks or Wind Muffs or Dead Cats or whatever you want to call them. Ulanzi just don't make them, and there's no third-party people out there producing them, so you have to make your own to fit the Ulanzi J12 mic. Now, I've done that for you. All the dimensions, everything are in the video to follow. Hopefully you'll make one yourself or two, and let me know if you do, what your results are, if you think it was worth the effort. Appreciate that. You've decided that it's a beautiful day, you want to take a short video, step outside, and instead of getting crystal clear audio, you finish up with something sounding like this. So you get wind buffeting. Kind of ruins everything, as they say. So that's why I made this little contraption. So the first thing I did was measure across and around and determine what the best size fit would be. And I came up with this one here. This is the muff itself already fitted, and as you can see it's on nice and tight. That works quite well. What I found, you couldn't put one sock in behind here and across the front. There's just not enough grip on it, so I've made it slightly bigger so it slides down the back of the actual clip here, and that holds it in place, and it slides down in the front, so it actually fits really nicely over this little wireless mic and does a great job. Now, of course, you want to know how to make it. I've given you an idea what we do with the tape or the measure, and I've already made it pretty easy for you. All you have to do is grab a tape measure. 60mm is all you want, so 60mm circle. You'll need some material, and I've got this fluffy sort of fake fur. It's a faux fur. You can see I've cut the hole out. That's for this one here. So you need a diameter of 60mm across. Now I just happen to have a glass that fits perfectly, so if we grab that, and as you can see, 60. So that's the absolute perfect size for me. I'll get it back in position there. So that's what we're going to use. So all you do, put it down on the material, get it nicely positioned, use a Sharpie or texture or whatever you've got around, and you just simply go around, make a circle, and that's basically all you do there. Next stage, pretty easy, called scissors. I'm sure you've got some of these laying around too. And when you're doing it, try and keep the fluff, sort of fairly minimal. You don't have to cut 100% accurate, it's not that important, but get it as close as you can. You can make it, of course, bigger if you prefer. I wouldn't go around making it any smaller though, it's not really viable. I played around with all different materials. I tried felt, I tried foam rubber, styrofoam, all sorts of things, and this is the only product that seemed to work quite well, which is just a cheap faux fur, as you can see. You just simply cut around like so. Doesn't have to be perfect, like I said, and that's it. So you've got the makings of a wind muff, and obviously you get rid of all the bits and pieces you've cut off. You don't want them extra pieces, they're nothing but a nuisance. So you pull all that off, and we're ready for the next stage. So the next stage again is really simple. You just simply need a needle and some thread. You grab your little piece that you've just cut out, and you simply start sewing. And we'll speed this process up a little bit and we'll come to the end a little bit quicker for you. And it is a bit of a tedious task when you're sewing this sort of material. It will grab, as you can see here. So we get it through. And I'll just pop it through a couple of times to get it nice and secure. There you go, that's a start. Now when you're doing the thread, make certain that you give yourself a bit of space. You don't want really tight sewing sort of stitches, I suppose you'd call them. You want something with a bit of room in them. So give yourself, you know, say about that sort of amount there. And the idea is that you're going to be gathering the stitches, and when you pull, you'll be pulling the whole circle around. So I'll go around this sort of thing here, and I'll come back when I've got it all done, give you an idea of what it looks like. Once you've completed sewing around the perimeter, you just simply grab your little microphone, stick it in the middle, and you start to pull the thread so that it closes up all the way around it. It'll take a little bit of doing, but it will work. And once you've got it tight, you then take it out and you close up the stitching in this area here. You just sort of go backwards and forwards a few times, and I'll just make certain that this is a good fit. I'll give it a good tug there. Yep, that's looking pretty good. The last thing you want is that to be loose. Okay, I might give it a little bit more, just a touch. And we just simply close up the stitching. And I'm sure you guys know how to do this better than I do. I'm not the world's best person with needle and thread. I've got a bad hand and it's very difficult for me to manipulate it. But I think you get the idea. Go another, just a couple to close off the stitching. And once you've done that, you can then simply grab your scissors, cut off the excessive thread because you don't need it anymore. Get rid of that. Now to fit, as I say, the actual unit itself, you may need to lift up the little button like that, or the clip I should say, slide it in, and there you go. Got yourself a Windsock, and it will stay on, it won't come off, so that's even better still. I hope you've enjoyed watching my video. Please consider a thumbs up or a thumbs down, either way doesn't matter. Subscribe if you haven't, you can do that, I won't stop you, I'd appreciate it. And perhaps leave a comment. You may have a different way of making this particular wind muff or the Ulanzi J12 wireless mics. You might have made one following my instructions. If you have, I'd appreciate letting me know how it went for you, whether you think it was worth the effort. Anyway, all the very best. Hopefully I'll get to see you on the very next video, whatever it happens to be. All the best till then. Bye for now.